Hey, hey, hey. Thank y'all for joining in Mississippi Survivor this thing this evening here, this night here. But I apologize. I owe you guys apologize. I had a video I didn't know it had a bunch of wind in it. I also checked another video. You can hear it, but it wasn't as clear as I would like for it to have been, or clear as it should have been. Um, I had the fan on in the background of one of them, and the other one, I wonder what happened. Oh, the other one I was in the vehicle, and I had the air conditioner on, and I had the phone on it, which I think I may have a better setup for that I am going to be putting in, that I'm going to be putting in, so I don't have to look down at the phone. Um, so again, let's get back to that. The name of that segment was how to find a snake in the grass. That was a dark and stormy night, and someone tried to get in my pockets. I can't stand it. Gold digger. Okay, let's get down to it. People, how to spot a snake in the grass. Let's talk about it. Well, when you dealing with, that's a group of people. And when you dealing with someone, and you know you do your fair share to help that person or whatever the case may be, but it just seems like all the time it's all about that person. They don't really respect your job or what you got to do or what you got to do all your time. They don't respect any of that. All they want is what they want when they want it, or they willing to throw you completely away and your relationship completely away just because you're not doing what they say do. If I'm not mistaken, that's very narcissistic. It's ridiculous. And I just want to talk about it. What I don't understand is how can you be a queen and the man at the same time? There is women that want to be the queen and the man too. You can't be both of these things. You gotta pick your Kool-Aid flavor and get in it. And if you in a position where you being both things, you might want to sit down and evaluate who you with. Or you need to talk to who you with. Now, I'm from the old school, so therefore, I'm not the type of person to just give up on a relationship with 5 seconds. I know people that have been in 50,000 relationships and they're doing the same thing. It ain't got no better. I'm like, boy, I'll tell you something. You just slow down, and get into that and find out or conversate with that person and find out what's going on. But if you talk to somebody and they keep talking like they 3 years old, then you understand that it's the person. It ain't you. It's the person. When you can't talk no sense into them, or you can't give them some regular feedback on a respectful level, and they take it instead. They hit you with this right here. Well, I'm gonna do it too. You was a whole 2 years old when you do that. Really? I mean, who gonna be the person that stands up and say, "Hey, let's do this the right way"? Nobody. Somebody got to stand up and make a choice to do the right thing. And why am I talking about this? I'm a variety person. This is a variety channel here. So that's why I'm talking about it. And also, if you want to be politically correct about this whole thing, if you are in the prepping game and you're trying to get things right and get set up, if you're not on one accord with the person that you're with, your prepping game is dead. If you're not on one accord, your prepping game is dead. So this has everything to do with it, especially if you're with somebody. I'm gonna say some things on a man's point of view, and I'm gonna say some things on a woman's point of view. Both. Because I've been through all this stuff, so I know. Let's talk about the women. First of all, most women want to feel secure with their man and provided for, uh, feel loved, and they want the attention of their man. Most men want to feel loved by their woman, feel like he's the king. If you got a man and you making your man feel like he's the king, you won't have to ask for too much of anything because he's going to give it to you. He's going to provide for you. He's going to do that because he knows a good woman when he see it. Some do, some don't. Which one you picking? Some of us women, some of the women love to pick men that treat their face like a punching bag. I'm just saying. That's what they like. Some of them like that. And you know what would happen if you say, "Oh God, did you get your way from him? I want you to meet so and so here, a good man." Do not introduce that girl to no good man. What you mean? The reason why I tell you that because if a woman is used to being abused and bopped across the head, that's what she know. And that's all she know. So when you come in here and try to be this polite man, this good man, this open the door man, all that right there, she is going to run him over. She ain't going to treat him right because she don't know how to treat him right because she ain't never had that. So she don't know how to do that. Facts, people. All facts. I've done it. I already seen it. I've seen it. I've been in through it. I know. Now, when see this particular thing I have to talk about because this is a pet peeve of mine, and I mean I am speaking on some of the stuff I already to have encountered on my own encountered myself. Uh, when you busting your behind, you going to work behind your business, doing what you got to do, paying bills. The worst thing to do to me is to call me at work with drama. Why this? Why that? Ooh, 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 ooh. Shut up. I'm at work. Don't call me while I'm at work with all that drama. If you call me, you should be trying to make my day pleasant if you're doing. Because you know I'm out there working for both of us. You should be making my life pleasant. Like, babe, hey, I'll cook you something to eat, or would you like blah, 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 blah. I have it ready when you get home. Well, babe, I was just checking on you, see how your day was. I was just thinking about you, blah, blah, blah. Something to make your day better. A man should want to come home, but he can't wait to clock out and get on home to his woman. Not the hell I had. I'm just saying. I'd rather sleep outside on the roof. Real talk. I felt like this. I got to go home. That's what I felt like. And no man wants to feel like that when they get ready to go home. No man. So a lot of women like, hey, you want to do this, you want to do that. I got to ask you a simple question. Have you sat down with him and talked to him? I don't mean have you barked orders at him and yelled, oh man, I'm gonna say, If you brought that to me, you should get shut down. I'm not fit to even hear it. I'm gonna leave you right there. Boo, boo. Clapping your hands. When you get that third clap, you're gonna hear the engine rolling down the street. Mm. Get to my partner house. Hello. Can I come in, sir? Oh, it's her again. Yep. There go the couch. Thank you. I'm gonna give me some rest. I had to get some energy to deal with foolishness. Foolishness is very draining. And a lot of people don't understand that foolishness is very draining. So, these some scenarios, and I only speak on the scenarios that I know about. I know about a lot of them. If you're a woman, women like a lot of talking, communication, conversation. It's okay. But why is it that some of you don't like the communication and conversation when it comes down to what you're supposed to do? And I'm gonna explain that to you. I'm gonna explain that to you what I'm talking about. Uh, I got my flood insurance coming up. I'm saying the exact thing of what it was. I don't care. I hope you see it. Oh, I got my flood insurance coming up, and can you help me? Sure. Can you help me means whatever I can come up with to give you to help you. That's what I'm doing. Why this heifer give me a number? That's gonna be $400. The flood insurance is $700. You want me to give you $400 and then tell me you need more than that. First of all, you didn't ask me anything. She told me what I was gonna do. Nah, you should tell me nothing. Look, if you want me to do something, you talk to me and say, let's conversate about this. We have to conversate about it. Okay, look, I'm gonna look at what I'm looking at, what I gotta do. First of all, we're in two different houses. You got your house, I got my house. And I'm working on a house on top of this house. So therefore, you need to be sitting down and figuring out what I can do and what I can't do. Not trying to tell me what I'm gonna do. So I figured out myself what I want to do since she threw a number at me, which that number meant absolutely nothing. It bounced right off. Like, because she must be losing it. She's not going to tell me what to pay. No, that's your Florida insurance. I'm gonna help you with your flood insurance, but you're not gonna tell me what I got to pay on your flood insurance. I got a bunch of bills. Ain't nobody paying none over here. So I came up with my own number of 200. So the young lady decided it's due tomorrow, a couple days. I think she told me a month ahead of time, something like that, but I wasn't really thinking that much about it at the time. And when I did think about it, I mean, it was about weeks, two, somewhere up there. And, I kind of lost track because I be working. That's my fault. I lost track. My fault. But it's due on such and such. And I said, well, cool. I'll try pull the strings and go and get you the two. Two. I want four. Who who you talking to? First off, who you talking to? Uh, all that bass in your voice. Tell me what I'm gonna do, what I better do, and what I'm finna get. No, no, and why I'm finna do this. Oh, you just don't want to give me that. If I didn't want to give you that, I won't be trying to give you the 200 that I'm trying to give you. But you don't appreciate that. Then you walked out and left me in the store because I didn't do what you say do. Guess who ain't getting the rest of it? You ain't. However you been getting it, that's how you go get it. So the way I came up with the rest of that conclusion was when you ignore me for the next couple of days or whatever, I text you, text back 6 hours later, and then when it come time for you to get this money, then all of a sudden you can text now. Said, just cash out me. Is you out your rabbit mind? Snake in the grass. You want what you want. You don't care about however, whatever, whatever. You don't care. So my answer is no. There's a lot of good women out there that don't mind doing something for you and understands. And this, and you know what? These women keep hitting me with this right here. I want some nigga on time to pay my bill. Let me tell you something about that. Miss, come pay my bills. Let me help you. This is not 1958. This 23. Everything high. Gas high, still rising. Grocery high. I ain't got no food stamps on the card. None. Are you serious? Pay all your. Yeah, look, first of all, we got to be a unit for that together because I'm not going to be paying all your bills and I don't mean no unit. No, I'm going to do that. And first of all, being a unit means having teamwork together, having teamwork, being team players. That means I got your back, you got my back no matter what. We're going to make it happen. That means if you get sick and you can't go to work, all right, but get well, I handle it. Vice versa. Same thing. Something happened to me. You just got to pull up the slack. And then women think that's, especially this heifer. But did you, folks just think that you aren't supposed to do that? Oh my God. I'm appalled. Well, jump out of airplane head first. That's what you do. There's no way in a Sam Cooke concert And some people be like they don't want to say nothing. I'm gonna say something. And another reason I say something because the person that be like, hey, I want to talk to Miss Simpson about. If you want to know who you talking to, because I don't get none of the games. I don't play none of the games. I'll be 100. I ain't doing the cheating and all that right there. I keep it 100. I ain't doing none of that. If you for me, I'm for you. That's anybody. That's even over family. Because some family folks, we want to push them out the plane head first. Because they don't know, that just ain't right. My family is the people that got my back. If that's family members or is that friends. Either way. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. And be clear. Anybody's willing to be a teammate with me, I'm willing to be a team player with them. I help them give them my last. I expect them to do the same for me. If you can't give me your last, don't expect me to give you mine. I'm not gonna do it. No, that's ludicrous. And I mean, and gold digging and stuff like that. That's everywhere. People don't understand. People don't understand. It's everywhere. Like for instance, I asked you to do what's called a week ago. And you with this man every day, so you know what he was doing and why he never got a chance to do what it is that you asked him to do. So now you're gonna punish him by withholding the cookie jar. Why y'all do that? I don't play them type games. So when you withhold the cookie jar, I withhold the piggy bank. I don't play like that. So if you give it and talk about the situation. You sit down, you talk about the situation like grown folks and handle it like grown people, not like 2-year-old children. I'm gonna keep these annihilators because you ain't give me none of your Skittles. What? Shut up. What are you talking about? It's crazy. And I advise for some of these women to get some counseling, especially the one that just like to get beat on all the time. And that's all they used to. Y'all need to get counseling, get some healing. You need healing before you move into another relationship. And you're going to be looking for a toxic relationship because that's all you know is toxic. I had a toxic one. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's what you mean that I'm looking for them when I get out of it. When I got out of it, I wasn't looking for them, looking for no toxic. That's what just showed up. And normally toxic ones usually trick you from the beginning and be all so sweet. When the first dinner you get, you won't get another one after that unless you paying for it. I ain't paying for that. She cook me all the time. Dumb dumb. Dumb dumb. You paying for it. Dumb. Oh, you're paying for it. Use your brain. Being a prepper and a survivalist, you have to use your brain quite a bit and you have to understand situations and what you are faced with and what you need to do to maintain and survive. So therefore, I know what I need to do to maintain and survive. So therefore, you have to apply that same thing to your relationships in your life. You have to apply that. And what I'm saying is not to down or dog anybody. All I'm telling you is that when you got a person that steady got their hand out all the time, asking for Dirk and Birdie and Uchi and Coochie and all those right there all the time, which is ridiculous. All the time. I mean, it's crazy. What in what you gonna do with a $50,000 bag? Oh, you want the knockoff? Okay, them $50. I'll get you one. And you ain't say you want a knockoff. I would have just got your knockoff. Ain't no problem. when you talk designer to me, I'm talking the real prices, like $1,500 for one belt, $50,000 for one purse. That's what I'm talking about. But if you want knockoff, cool. We can do knockoffs all day long. But are you putting back any food? Have you vacuum sealed any chicken? Have you put any beans in your jars and filled them up and sealed them? I'm just looking. You gotta be like minded with that. And I mean, what you need all that for anyway? What you need it when you go with me? I guess it's cool. Which I don't need the purse, but I guess you can. It's nothing wrong with looking good. Don't get me wrong, but when you're just overdoing it and it's taking away from what you're trying to do, that to keep you from being prepped and prepared, then it's time to reevaluate what you're doing and take a different path. Don't you know it's more expensive to go out every weekend and try to look good than to go prep? It's cheaper to prep because you can go to the store and get about 4 or 5 cans of corn, and you done for that week. Whenever you go, you're done. You go back, get something different. Just keep adding to your stock. Man, you gotta go get lashes, your hair done. You gotta get a pedicure, a manicure, a facial, your eyebrows. You gotta pick them hairs out for the people that got them hairs up under there that don't supposed to be under there. You gotta pull them muds out. You gotta wax different things because you're trying to show some strange things that don't supposed to be showed. You know what I'm talking about. You gotta go get you a pair of red bottoms and ain't even got no money to get them. You're gonna get that dress from its fashion and then take that mud back after the tag, then tuck it up under your arm, pit up under there. I know about all them tricks. I'm just saying. You trying to live a fashionable, lavish lifestyle, but you doing it cheap. That means you ain't got the money to do it. So why are you doing it? Why are you doing it and imitate? You can just dress nice and look good and go have you a couple drinks or whatever. First of all, you already at the wrong place looking for attention in the first place. Because I know when I was going to the club, I just wanted boom, 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 and I'm done. That's what I want. That was it. So why is it you think that's what you're gonna find my potential husband, boo boo? So we'll keep thinking that you're gonna be outside next week, hit across the head. Boop. I'm leaving it, my girl. I'm just sick of this. I ain't gonna take this no more. What you doing? I'm eyeing his clothes. I'm leaving them. I can't stand this. But I'm he got to go to work because I ain't got no money to pay his electric bills. I need him to go to work, so I'm gonna go ahead and iron his clothes for him. There we up. Boop. I'm just, man, it ain't funny, man. But I'm saying that's what they be doing. That's what it is. It is what it is. That's what it is. I'm just keeping it 100. Just saying, it's a lot. This is hand in hand. If you do not, if you're not on one accord and you're in a relationship, your prepping game dead. Because you're gonna spend all your time fighting, then both of y'all gonna end up splitting out the house, then you're gonna lose everything that you had in the house, then you had to start over anyways. From zero. Which I don't plan on doing no more. Somebody take something from me, I'm gonna get something better than what they took. And I'm gonna tell you something too. Over a long line of life and living, I'm gonna tell you something I learned. You got to think about stuff that you done did through your lifetime and your process, and you like, oh, folk, he done took this from me. What have you done? You have done something down here, and it just caught up with you. All the stuff you doing, that stuff will catch up with you. All that stuff y'all kids doing to y'all parents, it gonna catch up with you. And the worst be not you ever get it'll come out of your children. Ooh, wee. When your children do the same thing that you did to your parents, oh man, you can't even handle it. You ready to send them jokers to Whitfield, Woodleyfield, East Yankeesfield, anywhere. You ready for them to go? I guarantee it. Worst punishment ever. Now, I mean, I'm thinking it was a lady on one time and she had got offended because I said something about food stamps. I didn't say she was on no food stamps. I just said that a vast majority in the area where I am is on food stamps. That's true. I mean, like 80%, man, food stamps. Man, there's more folks out here with food stamps that got money than the folks that ain't got no money that need food stamps. That's for real. Somebody saying somebody I ain't the amount the girl had in food stamp was so high. I didn't even know it was what the oh shoot! I sure hope that thing was recording. It was recording. It was still recording over the phone, I believe. But yeah, now we going back through the mic because I wanted the cancellation because I was trying to kill all that background noise. I did not want to hear all that background noise. Yeah, but go ahead, like $2,000 worth of food stamp. How you even get a number that high? How they even allowed it to happen? I seen guys that had child support before. I seen guys that had child support, and they were getting government assistance, and they was taking money out the government assistance for child support. And I was thinking to myself, what the? That's the government right there. How the government gonna take from the government and give to the government? Man, that took me for a whole loop there. I seen some crazy stuff. Again, two people divided in a household, and especially if you're in the same house, that makes it terrible. In the same household, your prepping game is dead as a doorknob. You don't get nowhere, bro. Real talk. You don't get nowhere. No. I'm waiting on the right person. I looks here as a heroes and theirs. Waiting on the right person. It's all good. I wait there because, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I kind of examine different folks sometimes, but I'm just like this. When I see the BS, deuces, I'm already out. Cause I ain't got time. I'd rather be prepping than dealing with some BS. I don't want nobody to stress me out, and I'm at work. You know what I'm saying? I got to go all out the board and risk getting fired, trying to make sure the person happy. Man, that's ignorant. I'll be like, man, babe, go on do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? If they talked about it back in the day, oh, they provide. Oh, I'll tell you what though, they also respected their man back then too. All I hear now, what they ain't gonna do, and woo 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 woo. Man, please. That's why I'm single, because I ain't dealing with that. If you're gonna do something, man, you're gonna be with somebody, man, and keep it 100, keep it 100. Man, have a person back, man. That's the realness on that. You're trying to have a relationship, man. You gotta have each other back. You gotta fight for each other. You gotta fight for your relationship, man. That's how I go. People don't want to fight for none of them no more. Oh, he made me mad last week. I'm getting divorced. You dummy. That's all y'all want. That's all you want to do. Ready to run. Ready to run. Ain't nobody ready to stand up and fight. and wait, fight, and fight for a relationship. What's up with that? Nobody do that no more. It's crazy. If you got a woman that's asking, or a man asking for money all the time, or they sitting around all the time, don't want to do nothing, play video games and drive your car, and you go to work, he drop you off at work and go back home and play games at the house, and you're good, don't do nothing but stay going to the club all the time, shaking fast. What I just say, shake your ass. Tell me what you're working with every day. Every Saturday, Thursday, she know when it open, when it closed, all the bartenders, the waitresses, all the people that attend. Well, John don't come until Wednesday night, and Sue will be there on Saturday. Man, that's too much. That's too much. It's too much. You should be home with your man. You talking about your back hurt, he can't rub it from the club. He just want to stay at the house. He's smart because they shooting everybody up. I stay at home too. It ain't dangerous for it ain't that. It's way less dangerous for a woman to be out than a man. Because they'll pop you just because your girl fine. They get you out the way. You just don't understand. A certain entity of people I've seen personally take the guy home to jail and come back and holler at their girl. Woo, woo, woo. I said it because I seen it. I ain't called no name. It's crazy. There's so much foolishness going on. Foolishness. And all them ain't bad. It's just some. As you get rid of, weed them out, you'll have a better basket of apples. It seems like they keep letting the foolishness stay in that door for some reason. I don't understand it. I really don't. So, what you want to do? You want to stay and fight and strengthen your relationship so your prepping game will be on point? So when your man looks at you or your woman looks at you a certain way, she already or he already know what you talking about without you opening your mouth. That is one accord. You hear me? If I look at you a certain way, he want me to go downstairs and open the safe and get that wine. Oh, he want me to go in the kitchen and open the window so we can have a great escape space. He said all that and I ain't open his mouth. She ain't open her mouth. That is one accord. Finishing each other's sentences. You on one accord. Who can stop a man that's on one accord? Who can stop a group of people that's on one accord? Kind of hard. Did you check the Bible out? Did you check it out? You remember when they was building the Tower of Bible and they was on Build It to the Heavens and they was on one, I tell you, one accord. Because if God had mixed up the languages, they would probably have succeeded. Which I don't even know what was that. How do I even know what to build it to get there? Is the thing that was killing me. I still don't understand that yet. But said they was on one accord. You a force when you're on one accord. Understand it, believe it. I pray for all you women and men that's under these toxic relationships that you need to get from under. The first thing you need to do is get out of it and get before God and pray. That's what you need to do. Stay out of it. Heal is the next thing you need to do. You need to heal. And once you heal, then take your time and find somebody. And when you see foolishness on the horizon, duck that foolishness and keep right on going. Because you got to put in some work. And eventually God gonna send you the right person. The person for you. He didn't say he was gonna send you the person that your flesh desire. He's gonna send you the right person. And you're gonna like what he's saying. Trust me. You're gonna like what he's saying. Snakes in the grass. Who needs them? Who wants them? Nobody. But when you recognize it, you get away from it. I said, snakes in the grass. Who needs it? Who wants it? When you recognize it, run the other way. Run the other way. You don't need it. Get out of it and heal. And then move on to what God got for you. Some of you already had what God had for you, but you threw it away. You ain't got to clap. You ain't got to clap. I'll talk about it anyway. You threw it away because you thought something else was better. And found out the grass was greasy with church's chicken grease. That's what you found out. So I'm going to wrap this up. Because I got some more stuff we got to do. We got some more stuff. Got some more stuff I got to get to you guys. Show y'all guys what's cracking. I got a new system that I'm hooking up right now. It's part of it. Yeah, but I thought I'd do a little something different for the people. So, for me too. Because I'm sick of this audio. I'm having audio problems. It's getting on my nerves. So I want to make sure I got this right. Got this audio problem thing corrected. So, got some more stuff coming right at you. I'm going to get ready to let you guys go. I'm going to get ready to just set up for this next product that I want to talk to you guys about that you need. Yes, ma'am. So, either that, I'll figure it out. But nevertheless, thank you guys for joining in, tuning in. Go ahead and hit that like button, get it out, get it pumping, get it live. I'm ready. I was ready. Mississippi surviving this thing. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Stay on one accord. Prep, pray. Get out your toxicity. Heal. In the name. Amen. I'll let y'all in a little bit.